Item 1. Law of Attraction. Data from ChatGPT. Law of attraction is a philosophy of mind concept that holds that an individual's thoughts and emotions influence what they attract into their life, whether good or bad. Simply put, it believes that what you attract is what you become. Here are some basic ideas of the law of attraction. Thoughts shape reality. The law of attraction asserts that your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs influence what you attract. If you have positive thoughts and beliefs, you are likely to attract positive experiences and situations. Like attracts like, the law of attraction states that the energy or frequency you send out attracts similar energy or frequency. Therefore, if you have a positive mindset, you are likely to attract positive experiences and relationships. Gratitude and mindfulness. Focusing on gratitude and mindfulness is an important aspect of the law of attraction. Through gratitude, you amplify positive elements and send positive energy out into the universe. Action. The law of attraction isn't just about thinking and feeling, it's also about taking positive action to achieve your goals. Clear goals. Setting clear goals and desires can help you better focus your attention and energy and guide your actions. Although the law of attraction is quite popular in the spiritual growth and self-help fields, there are many different opinions and criticisms. Some people believe that this theory lacks scientific basis and point out that it may cause people to ignore the difficulties and challenges in reality. Whether you believe in the law of attraction or not, it is important to maintain a positive attitude when pursuing your goals and happiness, and understand that action is also one of the keys to achieving success. Data from Wikipedia. The law of attraction is a concept from the New Thinking movement that holds that relationships can have positive or negative consequences through positive or negative thoughts. The law of attraction also generally refers to the process of attracting people with similar thoughts and being attracted to each other at the same time. It is a process of mutual attraction, not just the influence of one thought on another. In other words, two people with similar mindsets are attracted to each other. Judging from the results, thoughts have a great attraction to things, but we can also see that things change as people change. This belief is based on people's belief that their ideas are generated from pure energy, as if one force attracts another force. An example to support this is if a person opens an envelope expecting to see a bill, then the law of attraction will acknowledge this thought and will see the bill after opening the envelope. When a person determines, rather than anticipates, the possibility of a check, by the same law, that person will find a check instead of a bill. Although in some cases, a positive or negative attitude will produce corresponding results, mainly due to the placebo effect and nocebo effect, there is no scientific experimental basis for the law of attraction, and there are even many counterexamples. Thomas Troward was a major influence in the New Thought movement. He claimed that thought precedes physical form and that action thought is rooted in the nucleus of the cell and, if allowed to grow undisturbed, will eventually attract all of its own necessary conditions for an external visible form of expression. Item 2. Law of Attraction. Data from Pop Daily. People often say that birds of a feather flock together. In fact, in addition to how people get along with each other, the causal relationship between good things happening in many cases is often closely related to the law of attraction, and many books introduce the law of attraction. But the premise of the law of attraction lies in the mentality. If the starting point is wrong, it may develop in a negative direction, so not only should you emit positive energy, but perhaps the following 8 good things, the law of attraction, can also help you achieve your dreams as much as possible. Realm. 1. Praise others from the heart. The first law of attraction of good things is to don't be stingy in praising others when you encounter people or things that are worthy of praise or praise. I believe that everyone needs the sincere recognition of others. This is definitely not to make you flatter, but to make you develop. Encourage others from your heart and appreciate the world. Over time, the vision you cultivate unconsciously will allow more good things, and good scenery to come to you. 2. Manage emotions and keep smiling. I believe that a person with a bad temper or lack of patience is often prone to resentment or troubles. Try to learn to manage your emotions and practice treating the problem but not the person. It is better to be righteous and gentle than to be righteous. In addition, it would be better if you can keep smiling naturally. I believe everyone wants to be treated like this. In the same way, a person with a cheerful face will be more likely to attract good things. Manage emotions and keep smiling is the law of attraction of good things. 3. Be willing to listen and empathize. Modern people are under great pressure in work and life. Faced with all kinds of troubles, there is always nowhere to complain. If you can become a person who is willing to listen and has empathy, you can not only relieve the other person's worries, but also get the other person's support. For trust, you may not need to force the other party to reciprocate, but I believe that most people will lend a helping hand when you need help and make good things happen. 4. Take the initiative to care about people and things around you. Some people are not so good at expressing their emotions and troubles, or they deliberately pretend that they are living a good life in order to show off their strength. If you can take the initiative to care about the people and things around you in a timely and tactful way, I believe you can save a lot of regrets, but don't forget the best thing is to reduce tragedies within the scope of your ability and to choose a method acceptable to the other party. 5. Take care of your appearance and clothing. Although we are not encouraged to judge people by their appearance, it does not mean that you can be too casual and slovenly. You must still pay attention to basic dressing. Maintaining a clean appearance can leave a good impression on the people you meet, especially in the workplace. When facing supervisors and clients, you can create a professional image, get opportunities for salary increases and promotions, and practice taking care of your appearance. This is also a very important law of attraction of good things. 6. Positive thinking and optimism. Life will inevitably encounter low points or hitting a wall. When you feel confused about life, please try to think positively. Instead of denying yourself, it is better to correct your methods and find new ways to move towards your goals. At the same time, look at the process optimistically and positively, just like Confucianism. Among them, people must help themselves, and others will help. I believe you will meet bold and noble people will help you make good things happen. 7. Maintain good interpersonal relationships. Article 7. The law of attraction of good things emphasizes the maintenance of good interpersonal interactions. I believe that whether it is school, daily life, or work, we are all in a group, and the most important thing in a group is popularity. I believe everyone knows this. A person with good popularity can always do things smoothly. It is not about socializing too much, but learning to manage your own network. 8. Practice communication and coordination skills. The last law of attraction of good things, I think is very useful for everyone in any situation, and that is the ability to communicate and coordinate. There are countless examples of trouble comes from the mouth. The good things we think are often when various conflicts of interest occur. If you want to get better results for you, you must know how to coordinate, communicate, and persuade each other. Item 3. Divert attention. Data from ChatGPT. Diversion is a strategy for adjusting thoughts or emotions to help improve mood or solve a problem by shifting attention from one topic or situation to another. This is a common way to deal with stress, anxiety, or worry, and can also be used to help stay focused or change your emotional state. Here are some ways to divert attention. Deep breathing and meditation. Focusing on the breathing process with deep breathing or meditation can help calm your emotions and shift your focus. Play some physical activity. Playing sports can help release stress while also engaging your mind, such as a quick walk, run, yoga, etc. Read a book or watch entertainment. Reading a book, watching a movie, or listening to some relaxing music can help you focus on the story and temporarily forget about your worries. Try a new activity or interest. Learning a new skill or trying a new activity can provide new stimulation and divert your attention. Chat with friends. Talking to friends and family can allow your mind to wander into the conversation and possibly gain new insights or advice. Practice meditation or relaxation exercises. meditation, relaxation exercises, or yoga can help you focus on the present moment and reduce emotional stress. Do crafts or art. Participating in crafts or art activities can allow you to focus on the creative process and distract your mind. It's important that when choosing a distraction method, choose what works best for you and don't shy away from solving the problem. These methods can help you relieve emotional stress and allow you to better deal with difficult situations after thinking calmly. Data from MeType. Dialectical behavior therapy, DB, is a commonly used treatment method in counseling. It was originally one of the non-drug treatments mainly used for borderline personality and repeated suicide cases. DBT can solve the problems caused by emotional disorder in individual cases. When people with this problem encounter stressful events, they are easily affected by their emotions, causing subsequent problems such as behavioral disorder and interpersonal disorder. However, in recent years, stress levels among the general public have generally increased, so dialectical behavioral therapy is not limited to people with specific illnesses. What we want to discuss today is one of the ways to adjust to stress, shifting the focus of concentration. When people are stressed, they often look for ways to relieve stress. By shifting their focus to recharge, they will avoid a long-term fatigue cycle. Here are simple steps you can implement immediately. 1. Carry out activities. Do what you love. What I like is doing things that don't make me feel stressed and can make me feel calm. You may like to run around, read books, or listen to music and watch movies. The key is to find things that make you feel happy. Learn new skills. If you still have the motivation to learn in your leisure time, you might as well sign up for some courses of interest, such as crafts, language learning, etc. The novelty of acquiring new skills helps us shift our focus. Participating in activities and learning new skills are both methods that everyone is familiar with. The difference lies in whether you have arranged your schedule for these things in your calendar in advance. Without prior arrangements, we can easily fill ourselves up with other things to do instead of doing the activities we like. Over time, we become more and more inflexible and exhausted. 2. Convert emotions. Watch movies and books. Movies or books with strong emotions can indirectly help vent your emotions. Through words or images, when you have a good cry or laugh, you will feel like letting go of the heavy stone in your heart. Listen to music. Everyone likes different music. As long as it is the type of music you like, listening or singing along is very effective in venting your emotions. 3. Detach from the situation. Push away painful emotions temporarily. This method is suitable for when you are overwhelmed by the emotions aroused in a certain situation, and you can immediately relieve your emotions by temporarily escaping from the relevant people, things, and things. This kind of escape is not shameful and effective. You need to temporarily leave the situation that makes you feel painful. When you are fully recharged and have a way to regain control of your emotions, you will be able to handle it better. Item 4. Putting the law of attraction into action. Data from ChatGPT. Translating the law of attraction into concrete actions can help you achieve your goals. Here are some suggestions on how to put the law of attraction into action. Set clear goals. First, clearly set your goals or desires. This can help you focus your energy and efforts in a specific direction. Create a clear image. Imagine that you have achieved your goal and try to create a clear and vivid image in your mind. This helps strengthen your beliefs and emotions. Write down your goals. Write down your goals and make sure they are specific, clear, quantifiable, and time-based. Create an action plan. Identify some practical steps that will enable you to move toward your goals. These steps should be actionable and allow you to achieve your goals step by step. Set small goals. Break long-term goals into smaller, achievable milestones. This will keep you motivated and ensure you're making progress toward your goals. Do small things every day. Taking some action every day, no matter how small, is a step toward your goals. Stay positive. Maintain positive beliefs and emotions and believe that your goals are achievable. Gratitude and mindfulness. spend some time each day thinking about things you are grateful for and being mindful of the present moment. Review and adjust regularly, review your goals and action plan regularly and make necessary adjustments. This ensures you are still on the right track. Perseverance, no matter what difficulties you encounter, persevere. Believe that your hard work and belief will bring results. Translating the law of attraction into concrete actions is the key to achieving your goals. Remember, action is what drives your dreams. Item 5. Scientific dismantling of the law of attraction. Data from Huifuzi Shui Yuan. How our brains shape the world. Do you believe that invisible energy and the thoughts in your head actually have the ability to change reality and matter? Reading the following experiments can help you believe more in the possibility of our brains shaping the world. The experiment injected breast cancer cells into healthy mice. It was observed that the injected mice could only survive for a maximum of 27 days. The experimental method is to do no treatment during these days. The only treatment method is to hold the mouse for 1 hour every day, and imagine that the mouse is cured through thoughts, and record the mouse's status. The following results are obtained. 1 week later, some mice did die of the disease, and tumors began to appear on the surviving mice, but the surviving mice were still physically active. Day 17, the tumors began to ulcerate and the mice began to lose their hair. Day 28, survived beyond the normal 27 days and made history. What's even more amazing is that the ulcers on the previous tumor slowly disappeared and the hair grew back. Day 35, the cancer in the mouse is gone. What surprised the experimenters even more was that although some skeptics did not believe that thoughts could create reality, the skeptics were simply asked to follow the instructions, hold a mouse with cancer cells in their hands for an hour every day, and think about the mouse being cured. Status. Eventually, the mice in the experimental group recovered and even developed antibodies to breast cancer. And this is just one of the experimental examples that proves that our thoughts do bring influence and changes to the material world. How energy builds matter. Next, we will learn more about how energy constructs matter. Another experiment continued with mice, hoping to test whether energy could play any role in cancer. The experiment was repeated 10,000 times and found that before any cell deteriorates, the electromagnetic energy of cancer will first be detected. Mark. This experiment helps us understand, there was an energy field beforehand, and material changes occurred later. You may be wondering, since the experiments were all conducted on mice, does it also apply to the human world? As early as 1947, experiments were conducted to observe that in a group of seemingly healthy humans, as long as a specific energy field of cancer appeared, these people were later diagnosed with uterine cancer. Emotions are powerful and determine how well you live. Emotions are important and can profoundly affect your life. According to scientists' relationship with emotions through brainwave detection, humans have 5 types of brain waves, namely, beta wave, consciousness 14 to 30 Hz, alpha wave, bridge consciousness 8 to 14 Hz, theta wave, subconscious 4 to 8 Hz, and delta waves, unconscious below 4 Hz, and gamma waves, focused on something above 30 Hz. According to the British scientist Card, who recorded the brainwave patterns of more than 4,000 staunch spiritual practitioners, he found that the common feature is that they all have a large number of alpha waves. When the heart changes, the environment changes. In short, through these empirical evidence and observations, science proves what you think will come true, proposes the steps for your wishes to come true. Consciousness can create energy field builds the template, matter is aggregated according to these templates. If we want our wishes to come true, we must start by changing our minds to create things that make us feel satisfied, safe, intimate, joyful, calm, and peaceful. Materials with such abilities will also come to us. Most people change their minds according to their circumstances. For example, if they have money, they feel happy, if they don't have money, they feel sad. This is the standard way that material things affect our emotions. It is really not easy to change our minds first, but just try to be aware of it and gradually practice yourself to achieve it, which can help us achieve the ability of our dreams. Moreover, it should also be noted that this is not something that can change matter in the real world right away. Because energy can help matter slowly aggregate, the matter will not change quickly, but doing it every day will eventually make the situation change. Good. Item 6. Rhonda Byrne. Data from ChatGPT. Rhonda Byrne is an Australian writer and producer best known for her work The Secret. First published in 2006, the book quickly became a global bestseller and attracted widespread attention in the spiritual growth and self-help book community. The Law of Attraction explores the concept that an individual's thoughts and emotions can influence what they are attracted to, either positively or negatively. This book emphasizes the importance of positive thinking, clear goal setting, gratitude, and mindfulness through which people can attract the life they desire. Following the success of The Law of Attraction, a series of related books were created, such as The Power and the Magic, which further explored similar themes and provides practical methods and techniques. However, it is worth noting that The Law of Attraction and related works have also caused some controversy in academic and some professional circles. Some believe the theory lacks scientific basis and oversimplifies the complexities of achieving goals in the real world. Data from Wikipedia. Rhonda Byrne is an Australian television writer and producer, best known for his new thought book The Secret and the film of the same name. The book had sold 4 million copies by September 2007. In 2007, he was listed as one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time magazine. Item 7. Placebo effect. Data from ChatGPT. Placebo effect. It refers to the fact that in the absence of specific therapeutic effects, a positive physiological or psychological reaction still occurs due to the patient's trust or expectation in the treatment method. This effect is usually explained as an interaction of psychological and physiological factors. Psychological factors: patients' trust and expectations of treatment may affect their psychological state and emotions, which in turn affects physiological processes. Physiological factors: trust and expectations can trigger physiological mechanisms in the body, such as the release of endogenous substances, which in turn cause physiological changes. The placebo effect is often considered a confounding variable in clinical studies because it can obscure the effect between treatment and placebo groups. To properly assess the true effects of a treatment, researchers often conduct double-blind experiments where even study participants do not know whether they are receiving the real treatment or a placebo. Although the placebo effect is not a cure, it can serve as a reminder of the importance of trust and expectations in health and healing. In addition, the placebo effect is also used in research in fields such as psychology and neuroscience to understand the mechanisms of human psychological and physiological responses. Data from Wikipedia. Placebo effect. Also known as pseudo-drug effect, counterfeit drug effect, and substitute agent effect, it refers to the phenomenon that although patients receive ineffective treatment, they expect or believe that the treatment is effective, so that the patient's symptoms are relieved. For example, giving patients fake medicine, pills with only sugar, or fake surgery, only incisions in the skin, no in-depth treatment. The placebo effect is not just positive thinking, but the patient believes that the entire treatment process is effective and feels confident in the treatment process. The placebo effect was proposed by Henry K. Beecher in 1955 and is also understood as nonspecific effects or subject expectancy effect. A completely opposite effect also exists, the nocebo effect. The patient does not believe that the treatment is effective, which may make the condition worse. The nocebo effect can be detected using the same methods used to detect the placebo effect. For example, a control group that takes ineffective drugs will experience a worsening of their condition. This phenomenon is believed to be due to the negative attitude of those receiving the drug towards the effectiveness of the drug, which offsets the placebo effect and results in the nocebo effect. This effect is not caused by the drugs taken, but is based on the patient's psychological expectation of recovery. Asbjørn Robjartson and Peter C. Gottschalk published the results of the study in 2001 and published the results of a follow-up study in 2004, questioning the placebo effect. They conducted a meta-analysis of 156 clinical trials to compare disease progression in placebo groups and groups that did not receive treatment. Among the results analyzed, 38 trials yielded binary outcomes, conditions improved/not improved, and 118 trials yielded continuous outcomes. In trials with binary outcomes, placebo had no significant effect compared with no treatment on either subjective or objective outcomes, while in trials with continuous outcomes, there was a positive effect of placebo, but the effect decreased as the trial group increased, suggesting that the placebo effect may simply be caused by bias. The study results concluded that there is only a small amount of evidence that placebo has an effect strong clinical impact. The findings suggest that the placebo effect is subjective. This helps explain why the placebo effect is more likely to manifest itself in some patients with conditions that are more subjective in nature, such as headaches, stomachaches, asthma, allergies, stress, and pain. Item 8. Nocebo effect. Data from ChatGPT. When a person anticipates an ineffective or negative treatment, this expectation may cause them to have negative physical or psychological reactions. Simply put, the nocebo effect is the negative impact that occurs when a negative outcome is anticipated. Here are some examples of the nocebo effect. Anticipated side effects enhance symptoms. If a person is receiving a treatment or drug and they expect to experience side effects, this expectation may cause them to report that the side effects are stronger or more frequent than they actually are. Psychological factors lead to physiological changes. Believing that a treatment or drug will cause negative effects may cause changes in psychological hormones and neurotransmitters, which may cause the body to react negatively. Psychological influences on pain threshold. A person's psychological state can influence their perception of pain, so if they anticipate feeling pain, they may feel it more easily. Effects of expectations on health status. If a person believes that their health status will worsen, this expectation may affect their overall health status. The existence of the nocebo effect emphasizes the importance of communication and trust between medical professionals and clinicians to help patients properly understand and appropriately address their treatment options. Additionally, studying the nocebo effect provides insights into understanding psychological and physiological interactions and seeking more effective treatments. Data from Wikipedia. Nocebo effect. Point out that some psychological effects such as beliefs or expectations may cause the disease or affect the effectiveness of treatment. The placebo effect refers to a phenomenon in which a patient, although receiving an ineffective treatment, expects or believes that the treatment will be effective, thereby relieving the patient's symptoms. Nocebo is the opposite. Even if the patient is not sick or has received effective treatment, negative expectations about the disease or efficacy will affect the treatment effect and even cause disease. Item 9. The Secret. Data from ChatGPT. The Secret is a 2006 documentary produced by Rhonda Byrne. The film is based on her best-selling self-help book, The Secret, which was published under a similar title in 2006. The film and book explore the concept that an individual's thoughts and emotions can influence what they are attracted to, either positively or negatively. The video contains insights from many celebrities and experts in the field of spiritual growth and success who share their understanding and experiences with the law of attraction. The film emphasizes the importance of positive thinking, clear goal setting, gratitude and mindfulness, and believes that through these methods, people can attract the life they desire. However, it is worth mentioning that The Secret has caused some controversy, with some arguing that its theories lack scientific basis and oversimplify the complexities of achieving goals in the real world. Despite this, the film gained a lot of attention in the spiritual growth and self-help book community, becoming a reference for many people in their pursuit of purpose and happiness. Data from Wikipedia. The Secret is a 2006 self-help movie. The film shows a series of optimistic interviews to illustrate a point: everyone can get what they want, as long as you believe you can get it. The core idea of the film is Rhonda Byrne's law of attraction, an idea often considered by critics to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. A book version of the same name was released at the same time as the film was released, and the book ranked first on the New York Times bestseller list. Film producer Rhonda Byrne was invited as a guest interview by the famous American talk show The Oprah Winfrey Show. Rhonda Byrne is an Australian. He claimed to have discovered this mystery from an ancient book when he was at a low point in his life, and hoped to spread this idea to the world. The film interviews 24 magical mentors, and each of them tells the story of how this secret law comes into effect. Rhonda Byrne believes the secret is part of the New Thought movement, a component of the New Age movement. Both the film and the book of the same name promote quantum mysticism. Item 10. Quantum mechanics. Data from ChatGPT. Quantum mechanics is a theoretical framework in physics that describes the behavior of the extremely microscopic world. It was developed by a series of scientists in the early 20th century. Quantum mechanics provides a way to describe and predict the behavior of atoms and molecules, and can also provide important understanding of higher-level physical phenomena such as solids, liquids, gases, etc. Here are some basic concepts about quantum mechanics. Wave-particle duality. Quantum mechanics proposes the concept of wave-particle duality, that is, particles, such as electrons, photons, etc., can exhibit both particle characteristics and wave characteristics. Uncertainty principle. According to the uncertainty principle, we cannot accurately know the position and momentum of a particle at the same time. This means there is an inherent uncertainty at extremely microscopic scales. Quantum states and wave functions. Quantum mechanics uses wave functions to describe the state of a system. This wave function can provide a distribution of possibilities about the particle's different positions and momentum. Evolution of quantum mechanics. In a closed system, quantum mechanics describes the evolution of the system over time. The law of evolution is described by the Schrödinger equation. Measurement. Measurement in quantum mechanics is an important process that causes the wave function of a system to collapse, making specific measurement results possible. Quantum cascades and quantum entanglement. These are some of the amazing phenomena in quantum mechanics that describe situations where particles can maintain a special correlation with each other. Quantum mechanics has wide applications in fields such as science, technology, and engineering, such as materials science, quantum computing, quantum communications, etc. It has important implications for understanding the most fundamental components of the world and understanding bizarre phenomena. However, it is also a theory that is very challenging to human intuition because it is very different from the classical physical world and daily experience. Data from Wikipedia. Quantum mechanics. It is a branch of physics. It mainly describes microscopic things, and together with the theory of relativity is considered the two basic pillars of modern physics. Many physical theories and sciences, such as atomic physics, solid-state physics, nuclear physics, particle physics, and other related disciplines, are all based on it. At the end of the 19th century, people discovered that the old classical theory had no way to explain microscopic systems, so through the efforts of physicists, quantum mechanics was created at the beginning of the 20th century to explain these phenomena. Quantum mechanics fundamentally changes human understanding of the structure of matter and its interactions. With the exception of gravity, which is described by general relativity, all fundamental interactions so far can be described within the framework of quantum mechanics, quantum field theory. Important applications of quantum theory include cosmology, quantum chemistry, quantum optics, quantum computing, superconducting magnets, light-emitting diodes, lasers, transistors and semiconductors such as microprocessors. Einstein was probably the first physicist to use the term quantum mechanics in scientific literature. Item 11. Quantum tunneling. Data from ChatGPT. Quantum tunneling. It is an important phenomenon in quantum mechanics. It describes the situation where microscopic particles, such as electrons, have a certain probability of appearing on the other side of the obstacle when it is impossible to cross an obstacle in the sense of classical physics. This phenomenon can be explained in the following way. In classical physics, if a particle hits a high and wide energy barrier, it usually cannot pass through it but can only be reflected back or blocked. But in quantum mechanics, particles are described as objects with wave properties due to wave-particle duality. This means that even if a particle has less energy than the barrier, its wave function may still travel through the barrier and emerge on the other side of the barrier. This phenomenon has important applications in many fields, such as electronic devices. In microelectronic devices, quantum penetration can affect the behavior of electrons, especially in ultramicroscale devices such as integrated circuits. Nuclear reactions and nuclear fusion. In nuclear physics, quantum penetration is one of the key mechanisms by which some nuclear reactions occur. Semiconductor physics. In semiconductor devices, quantum penetration can affect the movement of electrons in the material. Nuclear physics. In high-energy physics, quantum penetration can affect the movement of particles in strong fields. Although quantum penetration is a proven phenomenon in quantum physics, it still challenges our understanding of classical physics intuition and brings new theories and applications to many technical and scientific fields. Data from Wikipedia. In quantum mechanics, the quantum tunneling effect refers to the quantum behavior in which microscopic particles such as electrons can penetrate or cross a potential barrier, although the height of the potential barrier is greater than the total energy of the particles. In classical mechanics, this is impossible, but using quantum mechanics theory can give a reasonable explanation. Quantum tunneling is the mechanism upon which solar nuclear fusion relies. The quantum tunneling effect limits the rate of solar combustion and is the bottleneck of the solar fusion cycle, thus maintaining the long life of the Sun. The operation of many modern devices relies on this effect. For example, tunnel diodes, field emission, Josephson junction, magnetic tunnel junction, etc. Scanning tunneling microscopes and atomic clocks are also applied to the quantum tunneling effect. Quantum tunneling theory is also used in other fields such as semiconductor physics and superconductor physics. As of 2017, 5 physicists have won the Nobel Prize in Physics for their research or application of quantum tunneling effects in semiconductors, superconductors, and other fields. Item 12. Consciousness. Data from ChatGPT. Consciousness refers to an individual's subjective experience and perception of himself and his surrounding environment. It includes our knowledge and understanding of self, thoughts, emotions, feelings, and perceptions. Consciousness is a very complex and profound topic, covering many disciplines such as philosophy, psychology, and neuroscience. Here are some important ideas and theories about consciousness. 1. Subjectivity. Consciousness is a subjective experience. Each person's consciousness is unique and cannot be fully shared or understood. 2. Self-awareness. This refers to an individual's awareness of his or her own existence, including self-identity, self-worth, and self-awareness. 3. Thinking and understanding. Consciousness enables us to think, understand, and reason. This includes awareness of abstract concepts, emotions, and moral values. 4. Feeling and perception. Consciousness also involves our feelings and perceptions of external stimuli, including vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. 5. State of consciousness. Consciousness can change in different states, such as waking, dreaming, coma, etc. 6. Psychological perspective. Psychology studies the formation, structure, and function of consciousness and explores how it affects behavior and mental processes. 7. Neuroscience perspective. Neuroscience studies how the brain and nervous system generate and regulate consciousness, and studies the brain areas and neural pathways related to consciousness. 8. Philosophical perspectives. Philosophers discuss the nature, origin, and relationship of consciousness to the body, and explore the interaction of mind and physiology. Consciousness is a broad and multi-layered research field, and there are still many unsolved mysteries. It plays a crucial role in our understanding of human behavior, emotion, and cognition, and also has important practical application value in medicine, psychology, neuroscience, and other fields. Data from Wikipedia. The most basic understanding or interpretation of consciousness is an individual's perception or awareness of his or her internal and external existence. Although philosophers, theologians, linguists, and scientists have analyzed, defined, interpreted, and debated the concept of consciousness for thousands of years, the nature of consciousness remains puzzling, controversial, and the most important aspect of our lives. A familiar yet most mysterious aspect. Perhaps the only widely held concept on this topic is the intuition that it exists. People disagree about what exactly consciousness needs to be studied and explained. Sometimes consciousness is considered a synonym for mind, and sometimes it is considered an aspect of mind. In the past, consciousness was thought of as a person's inner life, a world made up of introspection, personal thoughts, imagination, and will. Today, the definition of consciousness often includes some kind of experience, cognition, feeling, or perception. It may be metacognition, self-awareness, etc., and may change over time. The diversity of consciousness research scope, perspectives, and conjectures also raises questions about whether we are asking the right questions about consciousness. Descriptions, definitions, or explanations of consciousness range from a simple waking state, the exploration of self and soul through introspection, a metaphorical flow of content, or a mental state, mental event, or spirit that arises in the brain process. Item 13. High-tech products and quantum mechanics. Data from ChatGPT. There is a close connection between high-tech products and quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is a theoretical framework that describes the behavior of the microscopic world, and the principles and technologies of many high-tech products can be traced back to the basic principles of quantum mechanics. Here are some correlations between high-tech products and quantum mechanics. Semiconductors and quantum mechanics. Semiconductors are the cornerstone of high-tech products, such as computers, mobile phones, tablets, etc. The behavior of electrons in semiconductor materials can be explained by quantum mechanics, including the energy band structure, energy levels, and transitions of electrons. Quantum computing. Quantum computing uses the quantum properties of quantum bits, qubits, to achieve faster speeds than traditional computing on certain specific tasks. This is because qubits can be in multiple states at the same time, whereas traditional bits can only be 0 or 1. Quantum communication. The properties of quantum mechanics allow for secure quantum communications such as quantum key distribution, QKD, which guarantees the security of information because any interference with the information is immediately detected. Optical and laser technology. The development of optical and laser technology benefits from the understanding of quantum mechanics of photons, which allows us to create high-efficiency laser devices and are widely used in communications, medical, material processing and other fields. Quantum sensor. Some properties of quantum mechanics are used to create highly sensitive instruments and sensors for measuring small physical quantities, such as magnetic fields, temperature, etc. Material science. Quantum mechanical theory and computational methods are widely used in materials science to help scientists design and optimize materials with specific properties. In general, the theory and principles of quantum mechanics are crucial to the development and application of modern high-tech products. It provides us with a framework for a deep understanding of the natural world and drives the development of many innovative technologies. Data from Daily Headlines. The applications of science and technology originally came from scientific theories. Today, high-tech products such as mobile phones and computers are closely related to chips and integrated circuits, and chips and semiconductors are closely related. The technological applications of semiconductors are actually developed based on the theory of quantum mechanics. Although quantum mechanics explains the microscopic world of atoms, molecules, nuclei, particles, etc., why some materials are insulators, some are conductors, and some are semiconductors. According to quantum mechanics, electrons and semiconductors can only move in one direction. In these semiconductors, there are also differences between electron conductivity, hole conduction, etc. Based on this, people proposed the theory of semiconductor diodes and triodes, which were widely used in practice. On this basis, wafers and integrated circuits were later developed. The combined application of chips and large-scale integrated circuits is the technical basis for all modern high-tech products such as electronic computers. Therefore, without quantum mechanics, there would be no development of high-tech industries. Due to the continuous advancement of technology, the number of diodes that can be accommodated on a small chip is increasing. When used in mobile phones and computers, the computing power is stronger. Therefore, these products can become smaller and smaller, but their functions are reduced. Getting stronger and stronger. Diodes play the role of switches on mobile phones and computers. They are either on or off. They cannot be on and off at the same time. According to quantum theory, quanta can be everywhere at the same time, which means that they are quantum switches. It is on and off at the same time. Based on this, some people have proposed using quantum switches to control the operation of the computer. The computing speed will be greatly improved. This is a quantum computer. The computing speed of a quantum computer is thousands of times that of an ordinary computer. No matter how difficult the password is, it can be deciphered in an instant, but by then we will no longer have to use the current password. Item 14. String theory. Data from ChatGPT. String theory is a theory in theoretical physics that attempts to unify all basic forces, including gravity, electromagnetism, strong nuclear force and weak nuclear force. It proposes a very basic idea: think of all elementary particles, such as electrons, photons, etc., as tiny, vibrating strings rather than point particles in traditional particle physics. Here are some important concepts about superstring theory. One-dimensional strings. Superstring theory assumes that all particles in the universe are one-dimensional string-like objects rather than zero-dimensional point particles. These strings can vibrate in different ways, and these vibrations will result in different kinds of particles. Unification of scales. Superstring theory attempts to unify quantum mechanics and relativity, which are inconsistent in some extreme cases, such as black holes or the origin of the universe. Multidimensional universe. Superstring theory introduces the concept of a multidimensional universe, which believes that there are more dimensions than are 3 space dimensions and 1 time dimension. Different modes of superstrings. Different vibration modes of superstrings can produce particles with various properties, including gravitons, photons, quarks, etc. M-theory. M-theory is a generalization of superstring theory that attempts to unify the 5 known superstring theories. Supersymmetry. Superstring theory proposes supersymmetry, a mathematical framework that unifies fermions, such as quarks and leptons, with bosons, such as photons and strigons. Superstring theory is regarded as an important direction in modern theoretical physics. However, it also faces many difficulties and controversies, including the form of the theory and difficulties in experimental verification. There is currently no direct experimental evidence to determine the correctness of superstring theory, but it has attracted great attention and research in theoretical physics. Data from Wikipedia. Superstring theory is a type of string theory, and there are 5 different superstring theories. Superstring theory aims to explore a theory that can unify the basic forces and explain basic matter. It uses a rigorous mathematical framework to define and assign quality to matter and explain the rules of how everything operates. Also refers to string theory in a narrow sense. It is a string theory that introduces supersymmetry, which means that the cornerstone of matter is strings in at least 9 dimensions of space-time. Conclusion. I control my own life.